Today we are going to see unit number 5, but before we start with unit 5, I have a little dynamic for you, okay? For you guys. So this is a random list, okay? Random list, it's a random word generator list. And I have several words here. So I'm gonna click this button and then it's gonna generate a word, whatever it is the word. What are you gonna do with this word? So you're gonna do these 4 things. You're gonna tell me a description for this word, the shape of what the word is, if it has a shape. If not, well, you don't say the shape. The size, if it's big, small, medium, whatever. The color, the smell, the taste, the price, etc. Whatever you want to say. Okay? The
Shape, ¿qué era?
shape is forma. Okay, it's rounded, circular. It's cubic,
Okay.
it's cúbica. Eso sí aplica, a lo mejor no aplica. O sea, va de nuevo. Voy a darte una palabra random y luego vas a usar estos 4 puntos, pero quiero que lo hables, quiero que o sea, que me lo cuentes, ¿no? Lo padre es que, pues, nomás estamos tú y yo, prácticamente. Entonces, es soltarse un poquito. Si te corrijo algo, te ayudo, pero haz de cuenta. Bueno, y luego types, los tipos, una historia cortita con cualquiera de estos elementos y una pregunta para el compañero de la clase, ¿sí? Para un compañero raro. Esta actividad la vamos a estar haciendo cada 2, 3 clases, entonces voy a traerme así palabras. Entonces, por ejemplo, digamos que a mí lo voy a dar aquí en el random, ejemplo conmigo, schools. Ok. Voy a hablar de la high school, ok, de la prepa. Ok. Description. Well, when I was in high school, bueno, eso ya sería la historia. When I was in high school, entonces no. Ok. High school is a level of school that you take when you are 15 to 16 years old. It, well, in Mexico, it can be public, it can be private. Ojo que en fíjate, busqué, forma no tiene, color tampoco, tamaño tampoco, olor, sabor, precio, no le vi. Bueno, entonces yo pensé en otro aspecto de la preparatoria, ¿no? Pública o privada. Entonces yo dije, it can be private, it can be public, pero no estoy contándote ninguna anécdota todavía, porque eso es en el punto 3. Entonces solo estoy describiendo la preparatoria, ¿ok? High school is a place where you can learn Spanish and mathematics for the university y así, ¿no? Te vas como con más detalle, ya que la describiste, luego ahora sí, types, los tipos, pues a lo mejor no tiene tanto, entonces it can be private, it can be public, it can be bilingual, it can be a technical high school, so you can learn to, I don't know, about to become an accountant, or engineering, o sea, puede ser una técnica en algo, ¿no? Medicine, whatever. Y por último, número 3, short story. When I was in high school, te doy un minutito para que la reflexiones y un minutito para que la cuentes. Sí, I had a friend that was a very smart person and he was my best friend and I was in the baseball team, lo que se te ocurra, una historia de ese momento. Y por último, a question for classmates. Por ejemplo, yo preguntaría a mi compañero de clase y yo le diría, on what high school were you? Oh, I was on high school number 9. Okay. Or I was on the Pablo Olivas High School. Lo que sea, pues, pero digamos que esa es la dinámica que vamos a usar, ¿sí? Necesito que le metamos un poquito de galleta a la interpretación, a soltarse a usar la mayor cantidad de palabras que puedan, que tengan. Si se traban, yo les ayudo, pero lo que no quiero son silencios muy largos. ¿Ok? But anyways, aquí vamos. Okay, Jesse, you're going to go first. Okay, ready? Okay, clothing. Clothing. Whatever type of clothing you want. What can you tell me about clothing?
¿Puedo elegir una?
A ver, dale. Procura que sea una que puedas variar, ¿no? Porque si me dices, no sé, de que un moño, pues, ajá, ok.
Ajá.
Pero, ajá, piensa en una que puedas variar. ¿Tienes otra palabra? Si se te va a
Sí,
complicar mucho.
sí.
La otra palabra. Cars. Ok. Puedes enfocarte en un tipo de coche, el que tú quieras, go.
A truck.
A truck. Perfect. Okay. Describe a truck or describe truck.
The trucks, it can be tall,
Okay.
taller.
Tall. Good.
It can be blue or black
Okay.
or red.
Vamos a globalizar esa idea. Vamos a decir que puede ser de diferentes colores.
It can be the different colors.
Okay. It can have different colors.
It can
Okay.
have.
Okay. Continue, please.
It can be. It can be for the mountains.
Okay. For the mountains.
Mountains or for the city.
Okay. Two more things on the description.
Can it have?
It has.
It has ¿cómo se dice?
A ver, ¿te ayudo?
Como, o sea, que tienen, unas tienen como la caja detrás.
It can have a back. O sea, sí sé a qué te refieres. It can be
Sí.
a pickup. It can be a pickup or a regular truck.
Yes. It can be a pickup or regular
Okay.
or without techo
With a roof?
roof.
Okay.
Yes.
With a roof or without a roof? Good. Okay. We have the description. What about the type? Well, what about the types? Creo que incluso en la descripción que decías ya entran un poquito los tipos.
Sí.
Okay.
Bueno, lo digo otra vez.
Centraliza o sea, perdón, globaliza la idea.
Ok. Ay, no sé cómo lo voy a decir.
Okay. Trucks can be pickup or RVs. ¿Ok? Acuérdate, RV es como las homes, o las que son así como mamamóviles modernas. ¿Ok? O puedes decir incluso a sub.
Okay.
Sub es como, como la suburban y esa, ¿no? A sub, an RV or a pickup, por ejemplo. Y ya me diste 3 tipos de camionetas. ¿Ok? ¿Podemos repetirlo antes de avanzar?
Okay. Trucks can be a pickup or subs or
RV.
RV.
Yes. What about a short story, please?
When I was younger.
Okay, when I was younger.
When I was younger, my dad bought our first Jeep.
Okay.
And in this moment.
In that moment.
In that moment, I love the Jeeps. Loves.
I loved or
Loved.
we loved.
I loved the Jeeps.
Okay.
And my goals is
My
by
goals. Okay, if you say goals in plural, you have to say are. Okay.
my goal
Okay.
is by a jeep a
Okay.
jeep
My goal is to buy a Jeep. Uh-huh. One day.
and I hope soon,
Okay.
but is more expensive.
Yeah, normally a truck is more expensive, but it's a very, very good objective. It's a very fair objective. And okay, now before we could finish, a question for a classmate. It can be a question for me or a question for Christy. Okay, we must answer the question, Christy. Okay, whatever the question is, go. I mean, related to the subject. Go.
I ask to Christy,
Okay, Christy.
um, what is your favorite car?
Okay, good. What do you think, Christy?
It is. Hmm, no sé cómo se llama la camioneta, pero
Mhm.
eh, my favorite car is la mm, is mm, is my Versa.
Okay, very good. Your favorite car is Nissan Versa,
Yes.
but not just a Nissan Versa, your Nissan Versa, right?
Mhm, yes.
Okay, good. Good job. Good answer. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Christy. Jesse, very good job. Yo sé que es un ejercicio complicado porque te agarran desprevenida.
Sí.
Sí, no les dije nada, pero ese es el punto. O sea, a ver, descríbeme algo. Dime los tipos de ese algo que se te ocurran. Si hay, y si no hay, pues no hay, pero pues, y luego un short story, puede ser una historia inventada o no, como tú quieras, y una pregunta. El punto es ir empujando un poquito más a que ustedes vayan elaborando las frases, las oraciones. ¿Ok, Cristi? Te toca. Voy a hacer una palabra random aquí, por si te uniste un poquito tarde, una palabra random aquí, y luego tú me tienes que decir, elegir una, lo puse como muy general, ¿no? Animales, carros, escuelas, comidas, ropa, tecnología, música, películas o series de televisión. Eliges algo de una categoría o puede ser un ejemplo puntual y luego describirlo. Por ejemplo, si tú me dices, meals, hamburgers, ok, elegiste hamburguesas, no dijiste Chinese o Mexican, dijiste hamburgers. Entonces, tú te fuiste por una categoría, no por un ejemplo, o no por una subcategoría. Entonces, hamburgers, pues el tipo, el color, el sabor, el precio, el tamaño, etcétera. Tipos, pues de pollo, de res, de queso, de no sé, lo que tú quieras. Una historia cortita, pues una vez me estaba comiendo una y se me cayó y todo el mundo le dio risa. Y una pregunta, Jessy, ¿cuál es tu tipo de hamburguesa favorita? O Jessy, si tuvieras que elegir entre una hamburguesa y una pizza, o lo que tú quieras, pues, pero quiero que traten de hacerlo 100% en inglés y pues de provocar eso, ¿no? Entonces, vamos entonces, Christy, ready, vamos a generarla. Music, okay, go.
Gracias.
Describe me, you can go with a category or a type of music. Whatever you want. Go, go, go.
Ah, um, mm, reggaeton.
Ok. Reggaetón.
Eh,
Let's go with reggaetón. Ok, vamos a enfocarnos en reggaetón. Es un tipo de música. Ok, continue.
em, a ver, a ver. Mm, tengo que usar todos esos o
No,
solo?
no necesariamente, lo que le decía Jessie son ejemplos. Por ejemplo, el reggaetón no tiene forma, ni
Ajá,
tamaño, ni color, ni olor, ni sabor, ni precio, pero me puedes decir, por ejemplo, el reggaetón es un estilo de música urbano, sus artistas son jóvenes, tiene, te estoy diciendo las ideas en español, yo quiero que tú las plasmes en inglés. Tiene, varios subgéneros, es un tipo de música reciente o moderna, hace unas 4 cosas como mínimo que me puedas contar del reggaetón, ¿ok? Go.
okay. The the big artists um, of reggaeton is
Are,
sí, as are the Yankee.
ok.
Um, uh, is
Ajá.
is a king.
¿You know what?
No, are no sí. O sea,
A ver.
he 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 are
He's.
no sí, he's
Estás
uh,
nerviosa, no te estreses, todo está bien.
he is king, a king.
Ok.
Mm, mm,
Okay, one more thing to describe reggaeton. Because you said Daddy Yankee and you said that he's the king of reggaeton. Okay. What about reggaeton itself? What can you tell me?
reggaeton is uh,
Ujú.
is a urban, uh, ¿cómo se dice género? Género,
Jenner. Espérate, Jenner.
género, género.
Urban Jenner. Okay.
Reggaeton is a urban genre, and no sé
Good, you good. One more thing.
y is a and actually is más,
Actual or modern. Okay.
o sea, quiero decir
Sí.
is the most, o sea, como que más escuchado, is the
It's the
most
most
distant,
listened or listened,
distant,
listened or listened genre in the world, for example. ¿O en dónde? ¿Del
ajá,
mundo o de dónde?
sí, in the world.
In
Mm,
the world. Okay, that's a
okay.
description. Types.
Types. Mm, eh, 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 reggaeton. O sea, los como diferentes o como.
Pues sí, se aplica, o sea, tipos de reggaetón, no sé, por ejemplo, they can be very dramatic or very, no sé, o sea, muy, muy, muy tristes, o pueden ser más de fiesta, más, party type, o lo que tú quieras. Ujú.
Okay. And the maybe um, mm, eh, pues, pues Then maybe trap,
Ajá.
slow.
Okay.
mm,
That's good. That's good. Now go with the short story.
uh, and my my favorite artists are
Mm-hmm.
Bad Bunny.
Okay.
Why?
Your favorite artist is
Why?
Bad Bunny. Uh-huh.
Why give me life?
Okay.
And don't no and I don't make me sad.
Okay. 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 Good job.
Then
Okay. Now, question for Jesse.
Jesse, what no. A ver, what is your favorite artist?
Um, my favorite is Gustavo Cerati. Is
Okay.
Argentine singer,
Argentinian.
Argentinian
Mm-hmm.
singer.
Okay.
Um, and I love all his music.
Okay. I love all this. I really like his music too. And I really like reggaeton as well. So we can have very different types of music, but at the end of the day, uh, important it's the what you prefer, right? So thank you, Jess. Thank you, Christy. Good job. We need to continue practicing. Yo sé que a lo mejor no es igual para todos la dinámica de hablar. Algunos se sienten más, un poquito más seguros, otros más nerviosos. A lo mejor si nomás estuviéramos Christy y yo, pues Christy te sentirías un poquito más suelta. No sé, yo te conozco y sé que eres un poquito reservada, penosa. Entonces, vamos rompiendo esa barrerita, ¿sí? Poquito a poquito y tratando de aventarle un poquito más, y tú échale crema, tú di cosas aunque sean mentiras, pero tú, tú métele de tu cosecha para que te vayas agarrando esa confianza, esa seguridad. El día de mañana que te toque estar en un lugar donde tengas que usar el inglés, pues no te vaya a dar pena hablarlo, ¿verdad? O te sueltes como, o sea, te sueltes a hablarlo sin más pendiente, ¿sí? Igual, Jessy, veo que te sueltas muy bien, ya te animas a decir un poco más. Falta un poquito conectar las ideas o los detallitos chiquitos, por ejemplo, dices, ay, dijiste, estabas hablando de camionetas, entonces dijiste, the truck, it, entonces cuando dices the truck y luego it, resulta que estás repitiendo, porque el it se supone que sustituiría a the truck,
Ujú,
pero me dices los dos, entonces, por ejemplo, si yo describo a una persona, my mom, she's very beautiful, ya no necesito el she, ok, solo my mom
ujú.
is very beautiful, o she's very beautiful, ok, esos pequeños piquitos, también vamos puliéndolos, digo, les doy retroalimentación a cada una, hay que cuidar, pues sí, los pequeños detalles, ¿no? Y aparte, pues yo sé que las agarré en curva, porque y aparte, o sea, está complejilla la dinámica, pero así la voy a empezar a hacer más y más. Puede ser preguntas, puede ser, o yo les digo de qué, como ahorita, o algo se me va a ocurrir para pedirles a ustedes que empiecen a soltarse más cada vez, ¿ok?
Sí,
Porque sí quiero que empiecen a hablar más, ¿ok? Les voy a empezar a preguntar más y más. Vamos a la unidad 5, ¿sí? De un nivel intermedio avanzado. Entonces, pues empezamos la otra mitad a partir de, no, de las 6 empezamos, pero estamos terminando la primera mitad de este curso. Y pues como dijo Luisito Comunica, ahora sí se viene lo chido. Entonces, más práctica, por favor. la música, las películas, en el diario, ¿sí? No sé cómo hacerle, pero si es necesario, les voy a marcar todos los días a cada una y hacer eso cada 5 minutos en inglés. Algo por el estilo, porque necesito que empiecen a hablarlo más. Entonces, vamos a meter más dinámicas como esta. Me hubiera gustado que estuvieran Diana, Gaby y Andrea también, pero igual ahí en la siguiente dinámica les tocará a ella. Lo voy a volver a hacer esto el jueves, si Dios quiere,
Ujú.
después de la presentación de Christy o antes y pues bueno, ahí para que puedan participar. Anyways, anyhows, anywho's, vamos con la que sigue, unit number 5. El título de la unidad es Natural Disasters. Y what are the communication goals or the communication objectives for this unit? Okay, first, number 1, convey a message. Convey es como comunicar, okay, como conferir un mensaje, okay. Number 2, tell someone about the news, okay. Number 3, describe natural disasters. We have different types of natural disasters. How can we talk about them? And the last one, number 4, it's how to prepare for an emergency. Okay, these are the topics for this unit. First, we're gonna go with the preview, okay? So pay attention, please. Historical disasters. The influenza epidemic of 1918 to 1919 left an estimated of 25 million people dead worldwide, okay? So this was 100 years ago, and 100 years ago, an epidemic like the influenza left an estimated of 25 million people. Let's just use this information to compare. Okay, this was only 1 year of influenza. Now let's see how many deaths from COVID. I don't know how many, but until this point, in all the world, not worldwide, all the world, we have got an average of 6.44 million deaths in 2 years. So imagine this. If COVID in almost 3 years has 6.44 million deaths, okay? 6.44 million deaths. With the influenza 100 years ago, we had 25 million people dead. This means with medicine, we can see that 100 years ago, if COVID-19 would have happened 100 years ago, probably a lot more people would have died, like in the 1980s, 1918s, okay, like 100 years ago. So it's impressive to see how much medicine can achieve or do for us. Between 2010 and 2012, 260,000 people died in Somalia in one of the worst food shortages in modern history. Shortage is when you have very little, okay, or too few. Worst food shortages in modern history. So this was 10 years ago. And in February 2013, a major blizzard hit in the northeast of the US, northeastern of US with heavy snowfall. A blizzard, ¿qué es un blizzard? No es el que te preparan en el Dairy Queen. A blizzard es una tormenta de nieve fortísima que cae con todo. Se cuenta que lo permea todo. Entonces, a heavy snowfall and high winds reach 100 centimeters or 1 meter, causing travel delays, school closures, power outages. Okay. Question for you, Christy. Number 1. When stories about natural disasters, okay, when stories about natural disasters like or such as epidemics, famines, hambrunas, famine, hambruna, epidemics, famines, and whether emergencies appear in the news. Okay, Christine, the question is, when stories about natural disasters, like epidemics, famines, weather emergencies appear in the news, are you interested in knowing about them? I mean, do you show, or are those things interesting for you?
Yes.
Okay, why?
Why?
Why do you
Why?
think that is?
Digo, because mm, because mm, ¿cómo?
Mhm.
O sea, puede llegar, se dice, can get to México.
Because, okay, o sea, ¿cómo pueden llegar a México? Quiero saber si pueden
O
o no
sea,
llegar a México.
que puede llegar, o sea, esa epidemia
Okay,
puede llegar a
buen
aquí.
punto. Because I want to know if, porque es una condición, si pueden llegar a México. Because I want to know if they can get or arrive to Mexico. Okay? Because I want to know if they can get or arrive to Mexico. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Number two, Jesse, why do newspapers often put stories like this on the front page?
Because are stories that are important
Okay, important.
for the um, s- society
Society.
society
Yes,
be-
society.
because inform about the problems
Because it,
that
acuérdate, no puede ir sin verbo. Because it informs.
it informs about the problems around the world.
Okay.
And the newspaper um, try to
Tries with an S because
tries
it's the newspaper,
to,
yes.
to put the news in the front for
Ah,
you can be interested.
interested, yes. So you can be interested. Correct. So they put the news on the front page so you can be interested, right? So people can be interested.
Yes.
Good job. Okay, last question is, not all disasters are caused by nature. What are some other kinds of disasters? What are some of their causes? I'm going to answer this question. What are some other kinds of disasters? For example, a pandemic. Okay. What are some of their causes? Well, it can be food, it can be a virus, it can be I don't know, a nuclear war. Um, there are other types of disasters that are not necessarily caused by nature. Okay, that's all the point. Now, let's continue and go with the next photo story. I want you to pay attention to the vocabulary they use. Okay, give me 2 seconds, please. Real quick, it's top notch 3, unit 5. We're going to unit 5 now. This is great. We're going really fast though, to be really honest with you. Okay, ready. Please tell me if you can see the video now. I'm gonna play it.
Read and listen
You
to
hear
a
it?
conversation about a natural
Yes.
disaster.
Oh my goodness, take a look at this.
Why? What's going on?
There's this enormous flood in Slovakia. Look at these people on the roof. The water's up to the second floor. And look at these cars. I sure hope there was no one in them.
That sounds horrendous. Any word on casualties?
It says no reports of deaths or injuries so far, but it's in the middle of a city, for goodness sake. The death toll could end up being huge.
And can you imagine the property damage?
Well, they estimate almost 50% of the houses in town are underwater already.
What a disaster.
I wonder how this flood compares to the one they had in New Orleans a few years back. Remember that?
You bet I do. How could anyone forget? And that flooded almost half the city, too.
Let's turn on CNN. They usually have breaking news about stuff like this.
Gonna go back.
Casual.
The enormous...
Page 51. Exercise B. Faster.
Oh my goodness, take a look at this.
Why? What's going on?
There's this enormous flood in Slovakia.
Flood. A flood. Una inundación.
Look at these people on the roof. The water's up to the second floor. And look at these cars. I sure hope there was no one in them.
Okay.
Sí.
The water is up to the second floor. Is up to the second floor. And look at these cars. I sure hope there was no one in.
That sounds horrendous. Any word on casualties?
It
Fíjate cómo
says...
pregunta. Any word on. ¿Qué significa any word? I'm sorry, give me a second. Es que pasa el señor del pan y como le compramos, siempre se para aquí. I'm kidding. Any word on. Any word on. Alguna palabra en, pero no significa eso necesariamente. Más bien es como un, oye, han dicho algo de, ¿ok? Apréndanse esta. Any word on casualties. En este caso, casualties suena como casualidades, pero en realidad son fallecimientos, ¿ok? Casualties, fallecimientos. Entonces la pregunta es, any word on casualties? ¿Han dicho algo de fallecimientos? ¿O falleció alguien? ¿Sí?
No reports of deaths or injuries so far, but it's in the middle of a city, for goodness sake. The death toll could end up being huge.
It says, no reports of deaths or injuries so far. Injuries, remember, it's when you break a leg, for example, or when you hurt your neck or whatever, okay? And you have to go to the doctor and do something like that. So that's an injury. So no reports of deaths or injuries so far, hasta ahorita. But it's in the middle of a city. For goodness sake. For goodness sake. Por Dios. For goodness sake. Okay. The death toll, del death toll, es la cifra o una toll es como un conteo, ¿sí? Como un contenedor que va contando. Entonces, death toll es como la cifra. The death toll de muertos could end up being huge, enorme. Podría end up, terminar, being, siendo. Fíjense cómo tiene ing, por eso usamos por eso ¿cómo se dice yo? Yo traduzco, perdón. Por eso lo traduzco como siendo, porque tiene being, ok. Otra vez. The death toll could end up being huge. Quiero que, o sea, hago énfasis para que entiendan todo el detalle de lo que estamos viendo aquí. ¿Ok? Por ejemplo, Jesse, your professional career could end up being amazing. Podría terminar siendo increíble. ¿Ok? No necesariamente tiene que llevar el end up. Podemos usar otros verbos. ¿Sí? Pero mi punto es being, siendo. ¿Ok? Ok. Looking, pareciendo o viéndose. ¿Sí? Y luego dice Tom, and can you imagine the property damage? Let's continue.
And can you imagine the property damage?
Well, they estimate almost 50% of the houses in town are underwater already.
What a disaster.
Well, they estimate almost, casi 50% of the houses in town are underwater already.
I wonder how this flood compares to the one they had in New Orleans a few years back. Remember that?
I wonder, ¿qué significa I wonder?
Como me pregunto.
Exacto. I wonder how this flood compares to the one to the one they had in New Orleans a few years back. Remember that?
You bet I do. How could anyone forget? And that flooded almost half the city, too.
Okay. You bet I do. Of course I do. How could anyone forget? ¿Cómo alguien podría olvidarlo? And that flooded almost half the city too.
Let's turn on CNN. They usually have breaking news about stuff like this.
Let's turn on CNN. This is a news channel, okay? They usually have breaking news, las últimas noticias, breaking news about stuff like this, de cosas como estas. So that's what happened. This is the situation, okay? Focus on language. Complete each statement with words or phrases from the photo story. Number one, Christy, two words that mean very big are. ¿Cuáles son dos palabras que significan very big? En el texto, te regalo unos segunditos para que le eche un ojo. O miren, ¿saben qué? Que a lo mejor sí les va a poner a leer un poquito más. Son cuatro nada más. Vamos a contestarlas y ahorita les voy a preguntar. ¿Ok? Por lo pronto la uno va para ti, Cristi. Entonces, adelante, les doy 3 minutitos para que las echen un ojo y vamos a tratar de irlas contestando. Ahorita contestamos. Adelante. Two minutes. Okay, thumbs up. Number one, Christy, two words that mean very big are.
Very big are enormous and huge. Huge.
Yes, enormous and huge. Esa de huge es como con un al final, okay? Huge. Thank you,
Huge.
Christy. Number two, yes, please.
The number of Casualties
Mm-hmm.
indicates the number of people who are injured or
Injured.
injured or killed in an event.
Good. Let's just repeat this. Injured.
Injured,
Okay, again. Injured
injured,
or killed.
or killed.
Yes, in an event.
Injured.
Injured or killed. Yes. Number 3. Christy, please.
A two-word refers
Phrase.
the phrase that means the destruction of or harms to buildings, cars, and other things that belong to victims of an event. Is property damage?
Property damage.
Damage.
Yeah, very good, Christy. Is property damage. A two-word phrase. Correct. And the last one, number 4, please, Jesse.
A two-word expression that is used to describe the first news reports of an important event that is happening at the present is breaking news.
Correct. Breaking news. Two-word expression to describe the first news reports of an important event. Do you remember on any movies that they say breaking news? And then the people starts to inform what happened. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's about the new reports or new stuff that is coming up. Okay, before we finish this preview, let's go with this last. Check your news sources and write an advantage and disadvantage for each one. Okay, I'm gonna start with the first one. Newspaper. Advantages, it's very cheap. Okay, it's very cheap. You can buy it in the street, and that's it. Disadvantages, you have to buy it physically. You have to go and buy it to the store. Okay, you cannot have it on your phone. You have to go to the store and buy it. And I think that's it. That's the disadvantage I have. Internet news sites. Jesse, advantages.
Mm, you can find all the information
Okay, that's an
that
advantage.
you're looking for,
All the information that what?
that you're looking for.
Okay, that you are looking for. Okay, what
Yes.
about disadvantages?
Not all information is true.
Okay, correct. That's a very good disadvantage. Not all the information is true. Perfectly answered. Okay, thank you, Jess. Christy, TV or radio newscasts or radio programs. What do you think? Programs of news.
Radio.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
the radio you can hear in the car.
Okay, that's an advantage. You can
Mhm.
hear it in the car.
And and you you can see.
You can't see. Okay. Yes, you cannot see what's happening, right? Only hear. Okay, that's a good disadvantage. Next one, please. Jesse, a weekly news magazine.
What is weekly?
Weekly, every week. Every
Mm,
week. Like, for example, today you buy the last week's magazine of the last week's news.
okay. Um, you can be informed about the news.
Okay, you can be informed. Yeah, that's an advantage.
Mm, and you need the read a magazine
That's a
Oh.
disadvantage?
Yes.
Yes, you need to read it, right? You cannot
Yes.
listen to it, you cannot see it on your phone. Maybe another disadvantage is the news are from the last week, right? If you buy it 2 days later, the news are not relevant or not too relevant anymore. Okay.
Mhm.
The last one, word of mouth, Christy. This is when someone tells you what's happening. When a person comes and tells you the news. What are the advantages of this?
You you can see, es como, o sea, me lo está contando, ¿no? O sea,
Sí,
estoy viendo.
lo dijo
Lo
doña
estoy-
Marta.
ok.
Ujú.
Bueno, you can see the expressions.
You can see the expressions. Okay, good.
These are mm, ay, no sé. I don't know.
Okay, don't worry.
These
Disadvantage,
are,
maybe like Jesse said, maybe it's not true. Maybe they are lying. Maybe it's not the most. Por ejemplo, si te dicen de que, oye, ya viste que si te pones crema de maní en la cabeza, te sale pelo. No lo digo por una experiencia personal, ¿eh? No vayan a pensarlo. Un ejemplo. No, I'm kidding. Pero imagínate que te dicen eso. It's a news, es una noticia. So maybe it's not true. No, no son muy confiables. They are not very reliable. 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 Que puedes confiar en la fuente. Reliable sources. They are not reliable sources. Okay. So this is the preview of the unit number 5. Tomorrow we're going to start with lesson number 1. Okay. And on Wednesday, we're gonna have our exam of units 3 and 4. All right. So that's on Wednesday. And tomorrow, Tuesday, we're gonna go with unit number 1, maybe even unit number 2, another small exercise. And on Thursday, we're gonna have the random word exercise again. And we are also going to have a presentation from Christy. Okay, so prepare yourselves, be ready. Thank you for joining to the class. This is it for today. Okay, I will see you tomorrow if there are no questions. Christy, te mando por WhatsApp los tópicos sobre los que puedes elegir tu presentación.
okay.
Okay? Thank you so much, girls. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.